guys, I hope you've been well. This is kind of a funny intro that I'm doing, but I just wanted to let you guys know that we started a Patreon page, and so I'm going to link that down below. As well as we started a website for our ministry channel, and I'll link both the website and the ministry channel down below and up here as well. And we'd love if you guys would check it out. On our ministry channel, we upload Samuel. He does sermons sometimes. I do readings from different Christian-inspired books. And we have more stuff coming as well that we're really excited about. So we just have a lot going on. So we'd love if you guys would, send some support our way. And please remember to like and subscribe. Thank you so much for your guys' support, and thank you for watching. All right, on to the video. Hey guys, I hope you've been well. Today we're doing a little bit of a mashup of voiceover, and in a little bit I come on and talk as well, but I just wanted to talk about homesteading with a newborn. It's been very interesting, and it is such a blessing to have our little baby. He's actually not a newborn anymore, I believe. I think after a month they're considered an infant, and he's almost 5 weeks. So such a blessing. And as I've talked about in other videos, I feel so blessed to be able to raise up this child to be a child of the King, is how I say it. To raise up this child to one day be a missionary for God, and whether that's in daily life or, traveling around the world. But we are just so excited for this opportunity. So it is such a blessing, but I happened to grow up in a house where everything was very clean. We had 4 corgis, so we had to vacuum every day because of the hair. And we always kept things very neat and tidy. And that got passed on to me when I had my dorm in college, first time I left home. No matter how busy I was, I'd stay up sometimes. It wasn't good, but sometimes I'd stay up till like 3 a.m. if I had to get that weekly deep cleaning in, like deep clean, like going crazy, brushing, shaking out the rug and everything. And so that's definitely a big part of me as well. And before Shiloh was born, I would make a list every single day: Monday to-do list, Tuesday to-do list. And I would have a bunch of things on there, and I would check them off and get them done. And so I like things to be very orderly, or else it feels really chaotic in my head. And that's good, because God is a God of order, not chaos. It's good to keep things clean and neat and tidy. But it's unrealistic to think that I can get as much done as I did in the day before. And now, though, it's like I can't even figure out how to do the most basic things. It's getting slightly better. As I will come on and talk about, I've learned a few tricks. But if you guys have any, please comment down below. It feels like a struggle just to take out the trash sometimes, and I only have one. But it's such a blessing, and every single day I'm learning more and more. The latest thing has been breastfeeding. It was going perfectly fine, and then suddenly we just could not get a good latch for a few days. He kept making this clicking sound, and I realized I kept letting him get away with a shallow latch, and it's become a habit for him. So shame on me. So now I have to unlatch him a bunch of times to make sure he gets that deep latch, but it's slowly getting a lot better, and I've been experimenting with different holds as well. I tried the football hold, which he actually really liked. I just don't have the arm strength. I think I need to stack up a bunch of pillows. But anyways, back to homesteading. Something that's been a blessing, such a blessing. We eat lots of legumes around here, lots of beans and lentils. And basically, babies, what you eat can really affect them. And the lectins in beans is a big trigger. Big trigger. So since he's been born, we didn't eat any beans or anything, because what I would do is I'd soak them overnight, slow cook them the next day, and as I slow cooked them, I'd rinse out the water a few times, and then at the end of cooking, give them a final rinse to get all that foam out, which creates the gas. But that didn't even feel sure enough for me, so I didn't want to risk it. And so I was looking at a pressure cooker, because that's one way to really disarm all the lectins, especially if you soak them the night before and then still rinse the beans. And Samuel's cousin, Marquise, who you saw on the channel, who came and visited us, bought us a present of a pressure cooker. So it's called an Instapot. We are so thankful. And you can actually make yogurt in it, so I want to experiment with that too. This is obviously not sponsored or anything. But now that has saved so much time as well, because slow cooking takes a while. But if I soak it, I can cook lentils in like 5-10 minutes. So that's definitely helped on the homesteading front. Our garden has been kind of let go of. I see okra growing out there that is so humongous. It's probably very woody at this point. But luckily, when he was born, most of the things had already passed, and our tomatoes had already kind of done their thing as well. And our neighbors have actually been supplying us with stuff from their garden. So that's been a real blessing. But yes, things feel just very chaotic in the house. I have about 4 loads of laundry on the couch that I have enough energy and time to get to his diapers and his stuff, but me and Samuel's have just been left to the wayside. We're doing pretty good on sleep. We feed him every 2 hours during the day, and we do the last feeding at 7:30, and then he usually goes 7:30 to anywhere from 11:30 to 1:30, and then he usually wakes up again at 5:30. So that's really only 2 wake-ups. And once he's up at 5:30, I just stay up as well. You know, with the feedings, he's on a schedule, so he does really well with that. That's a blessing. And it just creates more order in our lives than just feeding whenever he wants. And the 2 hours, he's doing really well. I hope you guys have all been well. I'm currently trying to figure out what to make for lunch. We finally have some sweet things. We were without honey and bananas and stuff for a while. But we finally had some sweet things, and Samuel said, oh, we should have something sweet for lunch, as in with fruit. And because we had chickpea curry for breakfast, but I can't really think of what to make, so I'm just contemplating, do I do our normal salad and then make a grain and a vegetable or something, or do I do like a porridge so that we can have something sweet? Samuel is not a fan of millet porridge though, and that's the only thing I can think to make right now. Anyhow, yes, homemaking with a newborn is so interesting, and I really have not figured it out yet. Something, I was kind of having a hard time, like, Lord, how am I supposed to get anything done, you know? And I realized 2 things. I first got this kind of impression, like, as soon as you breastfeed him, because I breastfeed him every 2 hours, as soon as you breastfeed him, put him in the wrap. And unless it seems like he's really going to go right to sleep. But put him in the wrap, that way he's always next to you, you can keep an eye on him, and it keeps him calm, and that way you can get more done. It's slower, but you have more time, rather than putting him in the bassinet and then having to run back and forth to keep an eye, and also to make sure that, you know, if he's fussy or anything like that. And then I realized another thing. I was watching this video by Scott Ritzema and his friend, I forget his name, but they talk about early childhood training and things like that. And they were saying that, you know, we need to have a mind shift, or, you know, change our minds a little bit. That it's not about how many things you can get done in a day. Your priority is this baby right here, you know, raising this baby. And so you do what you can to keep the house in order, but that's not the priority. This is the priority. So that made me feel better, because I, you know, before he was born, would make a huge list and just check off, check off, check off. And sometimes I wouldn't really have temperance. Sometimes I'd go too late in the night, you know, trying to get things done. But now it's like the bare minimum. Can I take out the trash? Can I take out this thing that's overflowing? You know, can I make lunch? I've not yet been able to fold any laundry. It's stacking up, but I'm getting it washed, and so I can grab it. So, you know, eventually I want those things to be down, because the house should be orderly and neat and things like that. But right now I'm still figuring it out, and I only have one. I can't even picture, you know, the people who have 2, 3, and even 5, 6 children in like a newborn. I know there's a YouTuber like Farmhouse on Boone, and I saw she is having like her like 7th or 8th or something baby. So I only have one, and I am struggling. So I don't know how people do it. If anyone has any tips, I'm trying to figure it out. But I know I want to keep him near and close. I was learning that it's so good for them developmentally to be close to their mom, you know, in those early years. And they can actually get learning disabilities if they're, you know, put in preschools too young or separated from their mom too young. So that can actually cause a learning disability, which is super interesting, and I completely understand everyone's circumstance is different. We were living in California for 6 months before we moved to Arkansas, and the rent there is just, it's crazy. I don't know how anybody lives. So it's really like both mom and dad have to work. But if there's any way to do it so that one doesn't, even if it means moving. But yeah, close to mama, that's the best for them. So yeah, if anyone has any tips on how to still, not even homemake right now, just how to live. But I'm so happy and I'm so blessed for this little one. I would do it all over again 1,000 times. So just trying to figure it out is all. I know we're going to establish more routine and start figuring things out even more. It's already so much more orderly than it was in the beginning. But yeah, I hope you guys are doing well. I can't wait to come out with another video and see you guys next week. And please continue supporting us. Thank you for everything you guys have done. And I'll keep you updated with the homesteading journey. We just bought 50 pounds of einkorn berries, which I'm so excited about. We just made pancakes out of them yesterday and this morning, and it's delicious. It's even more delicious than spelt. It's so flavorful. And yeah, we're just using the fully whole wheat right now. And I'd like to try once again to do sourdough. And I should probably start it now, but while it's warm, because as it gets colder, I know it's harder to do a starter, to begin a new one. But I really want to, you know, start more homesteading things. So we'll just see as time goes on how we figure out how to do those things. All right, everybody, God bless.